but not a lot of people talk about what it actually takes to perform and execute those strategies on the internal level. It is the end of the year, and a lot of business experts talk about the trends, the predictions for 2026, and how to make your business profitable, and how the market is shifting, how social media is shifting, how marketing is shifting. In this episode, I'm going to break down the trends, the core components, what are required for you to execute in 2026, especially with the current market, especially how social media is changing, how marketing is changing, how the expert based industry is shifting and changing. So let's get started. So, the first trend that I see that will help you to not just make your business sustainable, but actually make your business more profitable, and is the discernment. The discernment, knowing what you should keep going and iterating on and what you should let go. Because let's be honest, a lot of business owners either pivot too quickly. Something is not working. You hire a strategist, you hire an agency, you hire a team member, they're performing something, they're doing something is not working because either it just requires a little bit more clearer messaging, a little bit more different angle, and that can work really wonderfully and beautifully. But instead of this grounded place of discernment, when you understand, okay, this strategy is absolutely must have in my business, and I will keep it, and I will keep iterating and mastering and maybe supporting my team members, or maybe even look for team members who are able to execute the strategy. People quit and pivot too quickly to a different strategy, and they keep going and jumping from strategy to strategy, from business model to business model, and it actually hurts you financially. Here's why. So, like, number one, the emotional load. Because every time you decide to quit something or not execute on something prematurely, you learn this pattern that you actually can't be successful. No matter what you do, no matter what strategy you're working on, no matter who you hire, it just seems not to work for you specifically. And it's learned helplessness. Instead, what almost always required is to get grounded, is to actually understand what is running your business, what part of you right now is running your business as a wounded part that is avoiding responsibility, avoiding honest conversation about your strategy and about your business, or is it mature part of you? And it's always important to keep yourself fully integrated and grounded. So you execute the strategy and test the strategy from the place of discernment, from the place of ground place. A lot of business owners, we all fall in love with a strategy or maybe a mentor, something that has been working for us really well, and it's just time to let it go. It just doesn't align with your future goals. And you have to let it go. You have to say goodbye. You have to pivot. Business owners, a lot of business owners are not pivoting out of fear. We don't want to learn another strategy. We don't want to hire another team member. We don't want to add another complexity. And more importantly, if you've been in business for any amount of time, you know that any pivot requires time. So every time you implement something new in your business, the data suggests that you will see decline first until your audience actually understands like where you're going next, and then you see the growth. So number one is discernment. What you should keep executing and what you should let go. And it only happens from the place of grounded, safe place and integrated place. When you fully integrate it in a piece with yourself. The second trend, the second ability that is essential in 2026 and beyond is your ability to unmask and be coherent and congruent with yourself. We hear a lot of from business coaches, from marketers, that people are tired of overly produced, overly polished version of content. We see on Instagram, we see it on LinkedIn, we see on YouTube that raw and authentic content performs. But what does it mean for you? It means to learn how to show up from the place of coherence and congruence, as finding safety to open up and show up as yourself. It's about finding safety, finding grounded, safe place for you to show up authentically, to unmask. And unmasking is a very popular term for neurodivergent people, but even if you're not neurodivergent, a lot of us are wearing a mask, a persona that often doesn't really align with our audiences and doesn't really align with us. So, charisma in 2026 won't outperform coherence. It's about showing up from coherent and congruent place as yourself. And it doesn't happen just automatically. It doesn't happen just like, okay, I'm just going to show up as I am. It's about fully grounding yourself and fully understanding who you are and understand your non-negotiables, because you're not for everybody. A lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs are afraid of unmasking and coherence because we have this fear of rejection. But let's be honest, you are not for everybody. Not everybody will go to the next level with you. Not everybody is ready for your next elevation, and that's okay. That's how businesses grow. If you look at any big business right now that you can think of, there are so many iterations and there are so many people that actually did not follow to the next level of the business, and it's a natural process. When you learn how to remove the mask, remove the fake performance, and show up from a coherent, congruent place in 2026, when people can actually see you, it will create a tremendous momentum in your business. Because let's be honest, in the age of AI, everything is copyable. Everything can be faked. I mean, look at the videos. We see online AI influencers, we see AI content everywhere. And let's be honest, a lot of experts kind of start sounding the same. In the past, we all had a favorite mentor that we wanted to model, that we wanted to embody, and we were showing up from that place. And then, hence, we see a lot of business coaches, we see a lot of experts, we see a lot of people in this arena that kind of look and sound exactly the same or very, very similar. So in 2026, that won't cut. What is important is you showing up as yourself. And the more you unmask, the more you are coherent and congruent with yourself, with your core values, the more people see you. It's not about perfect copy. It's not about perfection. It's not about perfect cut. It's not about perfect content and perfect copy. It's about coherent copy. Because let's be honest, we're so tired of overproduced, overpolished content, overpolished personalities, celebrity coaches, celebrity therapists, celebrity thought leaders, and we just want to, like, your audience just wants to see you, who you really are, because people buy from people. And again, that portion only comes from a place of healing, grounding, and also I will return back to the first point. Who is running your business? What part of you is running your business? Because when you allow unintegrated parts of you run the business, unintegrated ego states run your business, then you start masking and hiding behind performance, hiding behind perfectionism. You just want to get better. You just need to do more research. You just need to get better. Sometimes you just need to show up and just execute. Sometimes you need data more than you need numbers. Sometimes you just need to allow people to see yourself putting an effort. Your effort deserves to be seen. That's the most important part. And your audience wants to see you putting that effort. And when you show up from this place, that creates a tremendous momentum. Number three, empathy and self awareness. And I'm going to preface this. This is not just about being kind and empathetic, it's about caring for your audience more than you care about your offer, and also coming with this empathy model, coming with this openness from this place of self awareness. Because what you don't want to do, you don't want to project your problems to your audience. What people really crave is when you start articulating their issues better than they can. And when you understand them so deeply, so you can articulate what they're going through, that creates unstoppable messaging, that creates unstoppable thought leadership. And it's only possible when you understand what are your issues, what are your problems, and you are addressing your problems privately. It is okay to show up vulnerable, but understand your issues are not necessarily your audience issues. And when you stop projecting your limiting beliefs, your fears, your struggle on your audience and start showing up from the place of empathy and start caring from the place of giving and serving, that like that creates momentum, that creates this unstoppable messaging. As I said before, the way you can achieve that is being honest with yourself in private, accepting your feelings instead of fighting them, processing them in a healthy way, and understand this is my issue. And this issue, maybe I'm open to share with my audience what I'm going through because they're also going through similar things. And when you separate that, stop projecting and start showing up from the place of giving and serving, that creates magical, unstoppable momentum in your business. Number four, consistency with yourself, not with your marketing, not with your business, consistency with yourself. The most underrated skill in entrepreneurship and among CEOs, among leaders, is when someone keeps their word. Someone does the thing that they said that they're gonna do. Follow through your promises, big or small. I see it all the time in entrepreneurship. Big promises and not a lot of execution. Also, when you follow through and if you decide to do something and you execute, you actually learn that you are able to be consistent, that you're able to show up from this place that you're going to execute. And the outcome, it almost doesn't matter because, okay, it may not be successful. If it is not successful, I will commit to something else. I will say that I will do something else and I will do it and I will do it until it works. That's just how it works. And when your audience sees that you execute and you keep your promises, No matter if it is big or small, no matter if it is a marketing promise or otherwise, and you actually follow through, it creates trust. When people see us doing the thing that we said that we're going to do, that creates trust. It is the best marketing. You said that you're going to create something. You said that you're going to reward people for showing up, reward people for showing up. You said that you're going to do X, Y, and Z. Just do it. Just follow through. And also, when you decide to not follow through, be honest with your audience. Say, you know what? I promise you that I will execute on this thing. And I decided not to do that. And that's okay. And it also creates trust. And the final point number 5, it is maximum effort and recovery. Listen, athletes, they have on season and they have off season. Investors, they have exit season when they build a company, when they build the momentum, they exit it and they take a break maybe for a year or two until they invest in another project in another company. As expert based entrepreneurs, we're always on, we're always putting an effort. And sometimes we're not putting maximum effort into our businesses because let's just be honest, we're tired. We're always on launch after launch, no matter if it is successful, no matter if it is not successful, we keep going with we keep pushing. Or which is burn out, full body, full spirit, mind, and emotions burn out, and we're not executing. And listen, it's not about soft life. It's not about sitting on your couch with your phone, right, like almost doing nothing and making 7 figure in your business. It's about enhanced performance. It's about full recovery. It's about removing frictions internally when you are executing on something. And that is going to be big in 2026 because let's be honest, in this market, effort is absolutely required at any stage in your business, even if you have trust, even if you have warm and hot audience who is ready to buy from you, even if you have cult like following and people just ready to buy no matter what you sell, optional. And also, it's not about lazy lifestyle, it's not about just relaxing and meditating all day. It's about knowing when to put 100% maximum effort. And after that effort is done, n- regardless of the outcome, you take full rest. And when you take full rest, you are ready to put another maximum effort. That part. So in 2026, I am creating, I have created a wonderful space for entrepreneurs when they can actually embody all of those 5 principles. And I, like in 2025, I've been working on my container and I restructured my container in a way that I can actually put performance enhancement, mindset work, because strategy works. And strategy is an essential piece of my offering and it's an essential piece of my work. I work with entrepreneurs on strategy, but also what was missing in in that container is this enhancement of removing your internal friction because any strategy can work and you know a lot of wonderful strategies that can work, but the reason why strategies fail, the reason why businesses fail, because of an internal friction. And I'm opening up the waitlist, and I'm doing waitlist a little differently. In the when you join my waitlist, so join my waitlist. Until next time.